With the latest episode of Liar Liar here, I'll be honest, it's kind of hard for me to actually review this one. Because on one hand, I like the premise and the idea the main character had and what he was developing. We finally found out what his idea was from the last episode. And on the other hand, I didn't like the execution of it. It just kind of felt muddled and wasn't really there. So the reason why he took his own life out of the game was he had an idea. We had heard about this other game that's happening, and come to find out this other game is a card game, and whoever wins that game has the chance to go into Astral. The only thing we didn't really know about it was if you were someone that lost already in Astral, you could play that game and get your chance to get back into Astral. Now, I don't think that was really clear. The way that they, several episodes ago, explained it was like, oh, whomever wins can join a team and be like a sixth member. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's the reason why I thought the little middle schooler girl might be one of the ones that try to win it and try to join his team because, you know, they're friendly and stuff. Well, a lot happened in this episode. Come to find out, that girl was the boss of the game, and she was brought in to, I thought she was brought in to play the game. She was brought in to help in running the game. He, of course, took himself out so he can play that game, and then it would be a better entrance to let everyone know, hey, everyone, I'm back. Like a phoenix rose from the ashes. Let's get everyone round up and let's win this game together. Although that was actually not a bad idea, there was a lot of steps involved in there, like, of course, making sure you win said game when no one else could win it. The execution of said plan was not something I guess I agree with. Gave us about, I don't know, 10 minutes explaining what the game is and how the game works and how it's like a trading thing and it's creatures and kind of like Pokemon, but with cards to level your Pokemon to show their level. And I'll be honest, you could tell the game was rushed. Now, of course, it was rushed because they wanted to fit everything about this game into one episode. So this game was totally different, and they did give the time to explain it. So of course you're like, all right, so you as the viewer can kind of follow along and have some vague idea. But the key was our hero, main character, he was actually given a lot of the cards and a lot of the levels he needed. Now, of course, a lot of the characters, there were people from his school, other people were like, hey, we want you to win, so I'm going to give you this powerful card so you can very quickly rise up the ranks. And he did. He skipped several ranks. He even did a little play that other people wouldn't have done to try to help him out in the early game as far as getting a lot of money. And his whole playing of this game, even though it looked like it was days worth, he pretty much did in like an hour or two, which is like unheard of. But like I said, they were trying to rush this because he had to hurry up and make it in time for Astral before it started and such. So let's get to the point of this review. 1, we find out the little girl is the final boss. 2, let's give a little nod to the Yamcha reference that was actually done in this episode. Mighty nice, mighty nice. 3, there was a lot of cheating done here. And this is kind of the main point. All the other episodes, our main hero, whatever he cheated to, you know, win a game, he would explain how he won that game still. i.e. he's like, you know, oh, I did this as far as I got this ability. So this ability helped me into win it. So that way he can give the veil of appearance that he outsmarted someone and not that he cheated through the company. This one, apparently that went out the window, not a care in the world. He beat this girl who, come to find out, she's cheating as well because her level is -99 and then she has hacks. And the fact that her creature has an ability that changes it to 99, so she can't be beaten because the card levels that everyone has, there's no way to get up to 99. So there's no way to defeat her. So she's cheating. And then our main character is able to beat her. Not a single person literally says, how in the world did this happen? They're just like, they're just okay with the fact that he won. Not even give an explanation, which is, once I saw that left a really bad taste in my mouth. I straight up was like, that's it? Just to progress the story. I can understand where there's cheating, like before, like I said before, with the veil of like, oh, he just outsmarted them because he was able to do this ability, that ability, or this maneuver. Nope. Just pull out of a hat and it was just done. It just happened. And it's like, okay, well, all right. Just to kind of go with the flow. So I didn't like that. I'll admit, I did not like that, which allowed him to go to Astral, get back into the game, and let everyone is like, I'm back, let's form an alliance, let's get 1,000 faces. Well, come to find out, the doppelganger of 1,000 faces is this little girl. I personally don't think there was a lot of breadcrumbs to actually point it in the direction like, she's 1,000 faces, look at her. The only real major one where they were saying, you know, she's not a player like everyone else. She came into the island to help out. Now, they didn't explain that 1,000 Faces was not from here until this episode. It could have been anyone from the island. Now, excuse me, I've been saying 1,000 Faces and technically it's 100 Faces, but same difference. I don't think there's much more I can really say about this episode itself. I wish there was some other way that they've could have explained everything, and maybe in the light novel, they actually did a better job of explaining how this game is ran and how he actually defeated her. I hope it's not like it was actually done where he just jumped the shark and then we just said it to be so it happened that way. Everything felt rushed, and I don't know if I can actually explain that any better. The whole process felt rushed. And now maybe they tried to give the veil of, oh, everything felt rushed because he was in a hurry and had to hurry up and win this game so he can get back into Astral before anything happens to help his friends. Maybe I think that was kind of insinuated. I will have to say, which I will give definitely my score at the end, you know, after the season finale and such, because maybe something will be done, give everything tied off in a neat little bow. But I had a lot of hopes for this anime, and I feel like it started off really, really strong, but it's starting to not be as good as I thought originally it could be. There's a lot of little things that it's like, why was it done that way? It feels like it could have been better done a different way. And I feel like with every episode I watch, I'm starting to feel that more and more. Like, I don't mind an anime giving explanation about these games. And I can't really put my finger on it. It's something with the explanation of these games that feel wrong. Whether they explain it too long or they don't delve into it as much as they should have. It's really hard to really explain. And I think it has to do with the fact that I'm trying to compare it to No Game No Life, which I shouldn't because they're two different anime and such. But No Game No Life did a very good job explaining their games and captivating its viewers, while this one does the same stuff and it just feels like it drops the ball and it's not as captivating. And I can't really put my finger on why. Maybe because No Game No Life had a little bit more time to their games. Like, there was some of the games where be like an episode or like a previous episode explains the game and stuff, and some things happen, cliffhanger, and then they conclude on the next game. And maybe because this one doesn't do that necessarily, it's really weird. And like I said, it's hard for me to put my finger on it. It's two different anime that kind of have some similarities, yet they diverge in different ways. And one does it right, and one just kind of like drops the ball, and it feels muddled. I mean, definitely let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way, and maybe I'm wrong and off base and this is like the best anime for you. And please, if it is, explain to me why. I mean, I'm still enjoying it. I still like the whole puzzle aspect, and I'm still, you know, with the cliffhangers, like, oh man, what are they going to do next episode? So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't enjoy this anime. It's just, I don't know. It feels like there's so much potential in this one, and something somewhere the potential just evaporated into a mist. Poof, blew into the wind. Like I said, I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, hey, feel free to disagree with me. Definitely tell me in the comments why you disagree with me, but regardless, definitely make sure you guys like the video, and make sure you guys subscribe, because we'll definitely follow more of this one. Aside from that, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Phenomenon.